Hey, welcome back, everybody. So, if you know me, you know that one of my favorite pastimes is dancing, which is why I'm so excited to welcome our next guest to the show because they are in a brand new show just about that. Oh, wait, and so much more.
This show is called The Big Leap, and it follows some down on their luck characters trying to make it on a dancing show. Teri Polo and Piper Perabo star in the show, and they're joining us now. Welcome to the two of you.
Hi,
Hello, thank
ladies.
you.
So, Piper, this show is being called a dramedy, but how would you describe the show after spending the last several months sort of seeing it all come together?
I mean, I sort of feel like the show is I always say it's sort of like This Is Us meets Waiting for Guffman. It's about like people trying to make a show, but the stakes are really big.
That's a great way to put it. I just got it. Like, okay, I totally
Yeah.
just got that.
Okay.
So Terry, you play a character named Julia Perkins, and I'm wondering, if there was at all maybe a sense of nostalgia for you playing her because you've joked a lot about, let's say faking it for this show, but in real life, people need to know that you did like ballet for over a decade. Like you're the real deal. So how do you draw that line of faking it? I'm not actually faking it.
Well, getting started the first, couple days, there was definitely some faking it. If you had filmed it then, you would have gone, oh yeah, she's definitely faking it. Yeah, I danced from when I was 6 until my early 20s, and so I've got a nice base and some experience, and it literally was like riding a bike. However, I do look a little different after 30 some years. I do look a little different, but it was kind of like swiping off the cobwebs and greasing up the joints and stuff. You get right back into it. Things might not be quite as fast or quite as high anymore, but that was my first love, my first passion, and so I'm so grateful and so fortunate to be able to come full circle and show that one teacher who said no to me that, here I am on national TV dancing. So
The show is obviously about dance, but it's also about so much more. That the characters are really going through the motions of life. And Piper, curious to know if there were any parts of your character that you found yourself especially able to identify with.
Well, I know what it's like to sort of have a big dream about what you want to do. And Paula always wanted to dance and she kind of promised herself this. And I have a lot of friends and even some family who during the pandemic kind of took a hard look at what they did for a living and how much time they spent away from their family and, kind of took that time to reevaluate. And I feel like Paula did that and she wasn't really happy in her job. And so she makes this brave move of leaving her job and auditioning for a dance show. And I think maybe not everybody made that big a change, but it kind of speaks to that thing that a lot of us were thinking about during the pandemic, during the worst months of the pandemic.
Yeah, and still with that, really looking at your workplace. And Terry, I know that you've been real vocal on social media, just singing the praises of this like super well-rounded cast and that it's been such an amazing experience to work with everybody. So what was the magic sauce that really gelled everybody and created this chemistry for the show?
Piper's mentioned before all of us coming together for dance rehearsals. It's a pretty impressive undertaking when you are all in this studio. They built a rehearsal studio for us. When you've got a huge ensemble cast all in there for sometimes 6-8 hours a day rehearsing on the days that you're not working a 10-12 hour day of acting, if you will. And so you spend that amount of time together, busting your humps to learn a dance, to get limber, to exercise, and with masks on, mind you. The majority of the time, you're dancing with a mask on. We would only take off our masks when the cameras would roll. So that's been an extraordinary bonding experience, as well as I think dealing with this during the time of COVID. There's been a lot of having to make concessions and having to be very careful and having to be very respectful of each other and being kind and being thoughtful and being selfless. And it's in a way, it's kind of brought out the best of everyone on our set and crew. And it's really quite nice to see, considering some of the stuff that we haven't seen during the course of the last year and a half, 2 years.
Mm. Very nicely said. And I can feel, even though we're separated here, I can feel both of your enthusiasm for the show. So it's no wonder that you're, praising it and loving it and shedding light on it via social media. But you're also active on social media with your activism. And Piper, you've shared so much important information and resources to U.S. voters, and you've advocated beautifully for allyship and progress on climate change. Why is it important for you to lend your voice to these issues?
I think I realized that I have a platform, and I think we all can contribute as citizens in the communities that we live in, and not everybody has the same tools. A friend of mine actually during, I think it was 2 elections back, he was like, well, what can I do? I mean, all I have is this bar. And I was like, bro, you have a bar. We can do a fundraiser in the bar. Like, everyone has a thing. Some people are good at talking on the phone. Some people are good at knocking on doors. Like, there's all things that we do to be really supportive to positive change in our communities. And I just realized that I had this platform that I could do something with. And I got really excited about the potential there.
That's really great, and I hope everybody hears that.
I got
message.
a Piper every day to find out the latest and what's going on. We all kind of gather around. Okay, and what do you think about this? And what should we do about that? What happened here? And it's like she's our news every day on politics. It's pretty awesome.
Every group's got to have one, so just love it. Well, both of you are just so delightful, and what a treat for us to be able to get to talk to you about this. And I guess technically, because your show's going to be launching on the same network that our show is on, so we kind of are coworkers now. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
I say that.
I'm expecting to see you ladies at dance rehearsal sometime soon.
I'm going to start stretching
especially
now.
since you love dance so much. There we go. You're welcome
Just
anytime.
got the stretches. I got a
You are
leotard
welcome
ready.
anytime.
Let's go. Let's do this. Perfect. We want to tell everybody watching that The Big Leap, it premieres tonight, 10 p.m. right here on CTV. We'll be right back.